Hi, Jill. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Glad you could make it.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking the time to fill out the information that I gave you earlier. I'd like to go over some of that with you.
Okay.
So basically I'd like to start out with you telling me what your thoughts are as to why you came, what you'd like to accomplish, and what is it that brought you here.
Well, I was hoping to get a little bit of information on how to stop smoking some weed. I've done it for a long time, since college, on and off, and now that I'm back in the workforce, I feel like maybe I should not smoke it as much, maybe, or cut back, or I'm not really sure right now, but that's kind of why I'm here. Okay,
that sounds good. Give me some information that came through from the papers that you filled out that causes a little concern. So I wanted to go over that with you, as well as let you know that any information that I hand you today is just that information. It's yours to do with it as you wish.
Okay.
And it's up to you how you take it and use it.
Okay.
Okay? That sounds good. So the part that was a little concerning was that you scored in the high medium range, which means that there is a definite issue. And I can see that it's starting to impinge on your life in other areas. And I wanted to know if you could let me see how you would see it from your own eyes. And tell me what are the good things that you get from smoking marijuana.
Mostly it calms me down, it makes me feel relaxed, I watch TV, it puts me to sleep easier instead of staying awake all night and running around, running my dog, doing whatever I need to do all night long. And it kind of mellows me out, and
I can see how that would be something that would be positive.
Yeah.
And what about the not so good sides?
Well, I noticed that now that I'm older and have other responsibilities, I get a little more, not dopey, but tireder. I get tired easier and harder to get up in the morning, get my daughter off to school, and now that I'll be working within a school district, I just don't think it's a good idea, especially if they do drug testing.
I can see that. I can see how that can be difficult.
So that's kind of stressful also.
You know that there have been studies that show that people who are smoking are having trouble, as you get older, they have trouble with tardiness to work, missing days of work. Sometimes it can even affect if you need workers' comp. So there are some real issues here that it looks like you may be thinking about addressing.
Right.
That brings me to another point. I have what is known as the readiness ruler. And on a scale of 1 to 10, if 1 is you're not ready at all to make any changes, and 10 is you're absolutely ready to stop and completely change everything, where do you think you would fall on this readiness ruler?
Well, probably around a 6 or a 7.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, I think so. It's taken a lot of work to get there, though.
Well, I congratulate you. 6 to 7 is 60 to 70% of the way over the middle hump. I mean, you're really you're in the home stretch.
That's true. I guess I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, I think it's very positive that you're at that ready. I think that's excellent.
Thank you.
So I can see that you must have been doing some thinking and maybe taking some steps in that direction, coming here for sure.
Yes, that was a hard one.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. So I guess what I wanted to know is what are some of the things that you think you could do to change your usage? What are some of the ideas you may have had or things you would like to try? We could
maybe probably, well, the things that I'm trying to do is maybe not buy so much, or...
I'm going to write this down. I have some information, so then you can take it home and remember it.
Okay.
So maybe buy less.
Buy less, yeah.
Okay.
But not kind of like the ice cream in the freezer, it can be there, but at least I don't have to eat it all right.
Got it.
So I don't have to not have it at all, because it's stressful when you can't have your ice cream, You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then it might have the opposite effect on you to make it even more
desirable.
Yeah,
I never know.
Right. So that it might be on the 60 to 70% kind of the scale. That's where you're cutting back, but it's still there in case you think you need it. Okay.
Yeah, but what worries me is not having it and then not being able to sleep, or I actually have a medical condition that I'm worried, maybe it will have effect by, I always thought that, sometimes it's good for certain medical conditions.
Okay, well that's something we can explore as well.
Nervous too.
Okay, that's something that's a good thing to talk about. So are there any other possible positive things you can do in regards to I'm helping you yourself find a way not to smoke as much.
Started doing little crafts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're
That's
kind
very
of fun, but they
positive.
keep my mind going and my fingers are moving, and you know, kind of keeps my creativity constant, and I can watch TV while I'm doing it, and you know, kind of produce these little things that are fun to give to kids, you know, when I travel, and especially now that I'll be in the school districts, you know, maybe they'll like them or whatever.
Okay, so that sounds excellent. So I'm going to write that down as well.
Still not very easy. I just want you to know that.
You know, but I have to give you a lot of commendation for coming in and for addressing it. It's very important and it's very powerful that you're taking these positive steps. I think it's really important to give yourself a lot of credit for what you are doing. Not what you're not doing, but what you are doing. And everything else will just seems to come in the right time.
I hope so.
That's the hope.
I hope so, yeah, I hope so.
So, alrighty, well, one of the things that I did want to talk to you, brings us around to that, would be, there is some information I would like to give you, and as I said earlier, you can do with it what you wish, but there are many choices of things that you can do. We can continue talking. I'd be more than happy to work with you that way. We can arrange for you to see a medical doctor who works with people who are on different drugs, and to see if there's any effect on your system, perhaps, and what he suggests that you could do. You know,
So do you know that there's a drug that can help you, like, wean somebody off?
You know, I'm not 100% sure of what that would be, but I'm going to find out, and I'll let you know as soon as I do. And I think we can contact the doctor. I have a doctor in specific that works very well in this field.
Mm-hmm. Is he local?
Yeah, local.
Great.
And we can call them if you're, you know, if you have any qualms about it. I can call them while you're in the office. We'll do it together. I can help you with that.
Okay.
There are hotlines that you.
I don't know if I want to call a hotline. Do they know when you're calling then?
You know, I don't know. I worked on a hotline for many years, and they didn't have any way of tracking. Maybe they do now. So what we could just, again, we could call them from my office and find the information out, because those are often excellent resources, so that you can, if there's a point where you feel like you don't really want to smoke, but you're thinking you should, you know, you feeling pressure, maybe internal pressures, sometimes calling a hotline is an excellent alternative.
Yeah. So if we call them here, we can put it on a speakerphone, so I don't have to speak directly to the person?
Absolutely. Whatever works for you. I'm here to accommodate you, help things to keep going, to make it even easier for you, as best as I can. Okay?
Okay, yeah, because it's kind of stressful.
Yeah, I understand that. And, you know, I think that the steps you have taken are excellent. I think it's important to know some of the risks that are involved when you do use drugs. And I think that you can find alternative ways of handling it and moving through that. Okay, so do you remember what it was you said that you were going to do, the two things that you said you were going to do to help yourself?
Well, one of the things I am doing, but I guess that's not that hard actually, but what I am doing is not buying it as often,
Good.
but just keeping it, you know,
That's right.
available so I don't get all worked up or something like that, and knowing it's there but not having to use it, and so that's one. And then I'm trying to do like these little artsy things, and maybe I'll do one on your way out, you know. And you know, so I'm trying to do that to kind of, you know, keep my mind occupied and kind of make it so tired by the time I go to bed I'll fall asleep.
Excellent. So those are two really excellent, positive things that you've made, so that we can have something to build upon. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the information that I talked to you about. And I think what we could do now is just make those calls together, so that you can feel what your comfort zone is in the different areas. And again, everything, we're going to be moving up where, you know, you want to go. As ready as you are, that's where we'll go. Okay?
Can I come back here?
Absolutely. We can make an appointment for you and see, you know, what else we can work on and how I can support you in this journey of yours.
Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much
for having me.
Alrighty.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Good night.